Hello, gorgeous ones. Welcome back to the Unstoppable You podcast. I am so excited you're back and tuning in, whether you're listening over on Apple Podcasts or over on Spotify, listening to the audio only version, or if you are over on YouTube and watching, hello, welcome back. So wonderful to be here with you all. I am Evie, life and confidence coach and business mentor, and we are going to dive into a really juicy conversation in just a moment. But I have got a quote ready. I've got a quote ready here on my phone, and I'm going to share it with you today. So, my quote to start this beautiful conversation off with a dose of inspiration, as I love to say, is this. This is one from Jim Rohn, and his quote is: "Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day." Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. I think this one is fitting for today's conversation. I really do. So that is the quote for today. I hope it's inspiring. I hope it's helpful. Yeah, it's an interesting one. Hey. So anyway, without further ado, let's dive into today's podcast episode. So really excited to talk to this conversation. Now, this is all about essentially creating a business that you freaking love, doing exactly what you love in the way that you love doing it, and really having the beautiful lifestyle that you want along with that, and creating the positive impact that you really want. So it's titled Fully Booked, uh, Feeling Deeply Fulfilled and Having Your Biggest Cash Months Ever, doing quote unquote work that you love. Here's how. So, I really want to speak to how you can do the work that you really love to do, the things that set your soul on fire, the things that you feel so deeply connected to and passionate about. And, when work doesn't really feel like work anymore, it's about doing that more and more and more. And also about doing it in a way that allows you to work with incredible humans, creating a really positive, beautiful impact through your soul's work and having a really profitable, sustainable business in doing so as well. Having fully booked out businesses, having the biggest cash months that you've ever had in your business so far, creating work that's deeply impactful, all of those wonderful things, right? Like that's the dream, yeah, is like having that freedom-based lifestyle, to have full authentic expression, to have the time flexibility and freedom, to work with the people and in the locations that you really want to, and ultimately to have, to be creating that beautiful positive impact, to be serving and adding value to people's lives in the way that you really want to. Like there's nothing better, in my opinion, but also doing it in a way that feels really good to you, that allows your nervous system to feel really grounded and nourished in the meantime. The business that gives back to you financially and makes you feel wildly abundant and supported and deeply fulfilled and lit up doing this stuff. Like, oh my goodness, that's what I'm here for. Like how freaking good does that feel? So these are literally some of the results that my clients have got through the Strategy and Soul Mastermind. It is wild. It is wild, the results and the transformations, the incredible things that people have built and achieved and created for themselves through this work. It honestly blows my mind every single time. And we're about to open the doors for the Strategy and Soul Mastermind. So if you're listening or watching this at the time of recording, then the doors for the October 2024 round, end of October 2024, are now officially open. And I'm wildly excited to welcome in some incredible coaches or consultants, space holders and healers that are really big, are really ready to go big on their soul's work, to create those consistent cash months, to sell out their offers and their programs with ease in a really authentic and aligned way, having the beautiful impact that they really want through their soul's work. And ultimately, the goal is that profitable and sustainable business that really gets to celebrate you and your authentic magic and doing the work that you love. Like that's what I'm all about. And that's what the Strategy and Soul Mastermind is all about. And when I was thinking about this podcast episode, and I was thinking about this video to create for you all, I was thinking about like, what are some of the amazing results and transformations that have occurred through now? This is now going to be the fifth round of the mastermind over 3 years, which is incredible. It's wild to say that out loud. And I was thinking about, yeah, some of these beautiful results that have happened and some of the journeys, the business journeys and growths that I've seen over the last little while through my clients, through the mastermind. And I was thinking about, yeah, some of these tangible, incredible results that they've got. And I wanted to give you some of the ins and outs about how they created these things so that you can implement these things in your own business. So you can take inspiration from today's conversation so that you can write down some notes if you want to as we go along today, and to start, yeah, taking some ideas from this, taking some inspiration. How can you fit this into your own business? How can you create, a fully booked business? How can you create the biggest cash months ever in your business to date? How can you feel, yeah, deeply fulfilled doing the work that you want to do, and having more of an impact, or building more of a community, or doing what you love on, for more people on a bigger scale. So have more impact, or, more events or more clients, or whatever your version of success is. And I think that that's really important here. Maybe that's another whole podcast episode and video for YouTube in the future around really redefining success on your terms. That is so important here. So something to note is like making sure that you're working towards the vision that you really want for yourself, that's true to you, not just that someone else has told you that that's what success means, or, you've seen or looked up to a coach or a mentor, or, yeah, someone that you really admire that has some level of quote unquote success, and you're thinking, oh, well, I then have to recreate that, or that's what success looks like and means. And actually, there is so much value in you spending some time really processing, what do I really want for myself? What does success look like for me? What does success look like for me in this season of my life? That's a really important one, and certainly something that I am fine tuning and coming back to as well, and time to time again, in my early motherhood journey and this beautiful season of my life as well. So anyway, making sure that you're creating something that is aligned to you, that celebrates your authenticity, and that, yeah, is truly what you actually want in your lifetime. So anyway, let's dive into this conversation, because yeah, like I said, I wanted to speak to some of these beautiful results that people have got and how you can take some of these things to implement into your own. Now, I wanted to write down, yeah, three secrets, so to speak, or three of the key things that I believe that each of my clients that have been through the mastermind at some point in time along, the evolution of the mastermind. It was launched back in 2022, early 2022. And here we are, nearing the end of 2024, and it's just incredible, isn't it? Actually, so yeah. Maybe I did. Yeah, well, it's actually over 3 years. I was going to say that's not quite, but yes, we did the mastermind over 3 years and 5 rounds now. So anyway, what do these clients have in common? What were some of the commonalities, I think, with all of them? Because they're all different humans. They're all in different seasons of their life. They all had different businesses, or maybe they were coaches, but the ideal client or their offers or the way that they created their business model might have been different. And I think that that's key to remember here. The mastermind is for you if you're a soul-led entrepreneur. So if you are a coach or a consultant of some sort in many different areas or niches. If you also are a space holder or a healer, something like that, then this is absolutely for you. It's online service-based businesses, essentially. So what do these quote unquote successful humans have in common here? What are the secrets? Number one, I believe, and I've seen this in myself, and I see this in clients that have created, so many wonderful results and success for themselves, is that they were fully committed to their vision. Now, let's unpack that one a little bit further. They were fully committed to their version of success, to their vision, to their mission. So first and foremost, I think if we pull back some of the layers there, we need to be really clear on what is your vision? What does success look like to you? Like I mentioned earlier, what is your mission through your soul's work? Like, what is your why? I often reference Simon Sinek because I really love his work. He wrote the book and really popular TED Talk, Start With Why. If you've seen that or read his book before, you'll know what I talk about here. But ultimately, when we start with why we we just have so much more success essentially. And he explains this far better than I can here. But ultimately, if we start with why, if we're really certain on why this matters to us, what's really important, what are our values, why do we want to do this? It is so much more empowering. But also, if we can communicate that through our marketing, through our businesses, people buy not what you do, people buy why you do it. And so that's really important. So if you can come back to defining and getting clarity on what is your vision? What's your version of success? What is your mission through your gifts, through your soul's work, through your business that you really want to create here and a building? What really matters to you? So really getting clear on what that is first and foremost, yeah? And for many of you, you'll probably know this, yeah? You'll have a really good idea about what it is that you want. Maybe some of you might just want to clarify that or just refine it slightly. Or maybe you might want to think about, cool, I've got the longer term vision. What does that look like for the next year for me? Or what does that look like for the next 5 to 10 years for me? And yeah, really just refining that down a little bit further. And the other part of this is that they committed to it. I think this is the really important part, is that they committed to themselves, to this goal, this vision, this dream, this mission that they have for themselves and their work. And they didn't waver from that. They were dedicated. They were committed. They showed up for this consistently over a long period of time. And I think this is a key part of it. And it reminds me of that Jim Rohn quote that I shared at the very start of this conversation today, is that, yeah, success is about discipline. It's over the small things that we show up for and are disciplined to do over time that really gives us that success. It's not like I'm going to do this one big monumentous thing and that's it. Often it's about the small actions that we take every single day that really matters. If we think about habits, if we think about our well-being, for example, like that's certainly the stuff that is the small things that we do consistently that build up over time, that compound over time, that give us the results that we want. And the same as with any other goal, the same as with your business. It's the stuff that we do consistently and having that dedication, that discipline to show up for it, no matter what, like even when the going gets tough, even when you don't feel like it, even when you feel really uninspired, even when you feel like, oh, I have to launch or I'm in the middle of selling something or I've got, the mid cart open wobbles in a launch, for example, or maybe when things are happening and you're like, I don't really want to show up for this. I don't really want to put in the work today, or I'd rather not. And look, I'm not saying that we need to work at all costs and in all hours of the day or in all seasons of your life, etc. And that might look different. Sure, we want to still be working from a really grounded nervous system, from a really grounded, trusting, supported space. And we certainly don't want to be burning yourself out. This is not a conversation around that. But this is also about, you creating the inspiration. When you don't feel inspired, when you don't feel like really connected to your business, how can you then, as a CEO of your business, create more feelings of inspiration for yourself? How can you breathe more light and love and energy and life back into your business and your work? If you feel like you don't really want to show up on social media and market or post, whatever it might be, then how can you support yourself to work ahead, plan ahead? Like all of these sorts of things. There's lots of little things that you can do to support yourself here to create that within. But ultimately, you need to be a self-starter. You are the CEO of the business, of your company. And so with that comes the responsibility of showing up for it, to commit to it, to declare this. And so all of my beautiful clients, all of them, no matter what results and outcomes they've created, are absolutely these people that have committed to their craft. They're committed to their results. They're committed to the impact, the vision, the mission that they have for themselves. And all of them are on a different timeline, and all of them are creating different versions of success that they have defined for themselves. But all of them have that commonality of they are committed and they are dedicated to this. And that is so important for any goal, but especially in the business space. So that is number one. That's the first commonality. That's the first secret to creating, fully booked, biggest cash months ever and feeling deeply fulfilled doing the work that they really love. Now, the second one is really about their environment and really about community. Community and environment are so important, right? Your environment is so important. If you liken it to the analogy of the environment in which you put a plant in, for example, if you change the environment to be less favorable, i.e., maybe they have less sunlight or no sunlight, maybe they don't have water, maybe they don't have the conditions, the environment that they really need to thrive. If we change the environment and put it into an environment where there's sunshine, where there's optimal weather conditions, where they get food and nutrients from the soil and all of these wonderful things, then the plant is going to thrive. It's going to produce the fruits, the flowers, and yeah, it's going to thrive. So the environment in which you place yourself in is so important. We can liken this to, yeah, any area of our lives. I believe that the environments that we create and that we place ourselves in are so important to our success, are so important to how we show up, is so important to how we feel, and ultimately the results, the outcomes that we really get. So your environment is so important. So these beautiful humans that are creating amazing things for themselves and their lives and their businesses are those that have really wisely chosen the environments that they place themselves in and the environments that they work in, that they put their businesses in. And I think this is something else that's really important to remember here is, that the idea, the concept that you become the 5 people that you spend the most time around. Proximity is power. Proximity is so important. And so really thinking about who you spend time with, those people that you talk to most, that you're spending the most amount of time with, the environments that you're putting yourself in. So you can think about this from a day-to-day point of view, about your home, your workspace, your office space, how you show up and do your work in your business, but also about the people that they surround themselves, like finding business besties, finding people that you really love and trust, that get it, that are on a same or similar wavelength to you, that are deeply committed to their craft, to their business, to their goals. And it's so important. It really, really is. And, when I first started off my business, I've shared this story before, but when I first started off my business, I didn't know anyone really in my own personal life that was one, who was a coach, and two, that was doing their own business. Apart from my husband, my partner at the time, I didn't know anyone else that was growing a business, especially an online business, and especially a service-based business like coaching. And I needed to find my people. And so that's when I personally got myself into a business coaching mastermind. And I knew that then being connected online virtually to these beautiful humans that got it, that were on a similar journey to me, that were so dedicated to their craft and their businesses, that were so inspiring, that were, we were having the conversations that were so supportive and aligned to me. They were the conversations and the people that really inspired me to show up, to be expanders for me about what was potentially possible for me too. And so your environment and the people that you surround yourself with are so important. Really be around those people that are going to cheer you on, that are going to be the light, that are going to inspire you, that are going to support you to grow and evolve. And not the ones that are going to be holding you back or, keeping you in your comfort zone or in the familiar spaces and ways of being and living and working that they know you as, because you're on this growth journey, and that is so important to remember. So that's the second one, is really about your environment and surrounding yourself with people who are going to cheer you on, who get it, that are going to be your supporters, that are going to be your business besties, and that are ultimately going to be the beautiful environment that your business baby, this beautiful plant that's going to grow and flower and blossom and create beautiful fruits that are going to give out to so many other people. So yeah, coming back to that environment piece and the people that are going to support you. Alrighty. Now, number 3 is the commonality, and certainly the thing that I've done all these 3 things as well, of course, in my business and along my journey, is that I've invested in my vision. I invested in the vision. And what I mean by that, and that can look they can look so different for so many people, but really investing. And I mean that in terms of like investing any kind of resource. So that is investing time, is investing love and energy, that is also investing money and support, or outsourcing and hiring people to support you with that vision. And I think that that's really important to remember. Yes, you are the driving force. You're the CEO. You are probably going to be the main quote unquote workhorse. You're going to be the person showing up day in, day out and doing the hard yards. Yeah, because business requires that. Any goal requires that. Let's not sugarcoat that. However, having supportive people and investing in your business and investing in the vision that you have for yourself is so important. We need to be investing and different forms of investment throughout the business journey, throughout any kind of goal. It requires time and love and dedication. It requires money and financial support. It requires resources to support your dream, this vision for yourself. So they have invested in their business, in their goal, in their vision for themselves. Now, again, it could be so many different things. Like I mentioned, some of my first investments was in coaching support. It was probably the biggest investment that I ever invested in my business, and still to this day, because it is one of the most crucial parts of it, I think, because really supporting me as the human that I am, as a CEO, and with strategy, with the mindset challenges, with growing and evolving, with up leveling, with pushing that comfort zone time and time again, which is required at every level and stage of business, was everything. So really, really investing money and time and love and trust into an aligned business coach that was really supportive for me. And specifically, it was a mastermind that was really supportive for me at that time, and still is. Other things, and what I've spoken with some of these clients about as well, have been other things like investing in a photographer at some point in time along their business journey to get high quality, high resolution images of themselves that they can use, or for their products and services, so that they can use that in their businesses, because that really helps them to elevate and really anchor back into this beautiful brand and vision that they have for themselves and the business. It could be outsourcing other parts of your business. Maybe you need to outsource and hire someone to do some tech for you, someone to do some behind the scenes things for you with websites or branding or social media or something like that. So it might be at different, there's different types of investments. Obviously, it could be in, like the hardware, the tech, the things that you need to support yourself and your business to service your clients. But, it looks different for everyone. But I think some of the key things to think about is obviously investing time. Time is also money, investing love and energy, investing creativity, investing, that beautiful life force energy into your business, into your craft, into your vision. And also, where possible, where important, and you need to weigh up this decision for you personally with your current resources and situation and goals and dreams and timeline, maybe at some point investing in other things like business coaching, like outsourcing to other professionals that are going to support you to build that beautiful brand and business for yourselves. So if you want to create a beautiful soul-led business, one where you're fully booked, where you create sellout offers, one where you market with authenticity, where you're creating a really aligned business model, one that really celebrates your unique gifts, your soul's gifts, where you get to show up authentically and express yourself in the beautiful way that you want to, and one that gives back to you so much, creates that beautiful positive impact through your soul's work, that service-led business, but also, brings back to you, gives you that beautiful freedom-based lifestyle and all the things that come with that, then, this is absolutely yours for the taking. I really hope that this is an inspiring podcast about how you can become fully booked, how you can, have those highest cash months ever, how you can create podcasts and YouTube channels and use sellout offers and, have really successful multi 4-5 figure launches and beyond, how you can feel so deeply fulfilled and lit up and so passionate about the things that you do, about the quote unquote work that you do that doesn't really feel like work. And this is absolutely possible for you first and foremost. And I hope that those 3 key things, those secrets to success, are really supportive for you to go away and think about, how can I implement, embody, anchor back into these more? How can I bring this into my business more? Maybe these are like a nice reminder, or maybe it's also a hard-hitting truth about some of the things that are required if you're wanting this beautiful goal and vision for yourself. And so, yeah, I hope that you know that it's impossible. I hope this has been really inspiring. I hope that, yeah, me and the stories that I've told here in today's podcast episode can be expanders for you. And yeah, for this to be that nudge, that kick up the bum that you need, the truths that you need to hear so that you can go out and create that. Because ultimately, I really believe that, yeah, like that quote was, it's just about like success is so possible. Like the dream that you want, the vision that you want, the vision that you have, rather, the mission that you have is so possible. It's absolutely yours for the taking. You just need to show up and do these things. Show up and give it love and attention, give it the environment that it needs, fully commit to it and give it what it needs, and also invest in it. Then it's like your success is inevitable. Absolutely. So true. Anyway, my loves, I hope that's really helpful and supportive for you. I have loved this podcast episode. And if you are interested in joining us for the Strategy and Soul Mastermind for this next round, please reach out. I've linked everything in the show notes or the description below for you so that you can book yourself a free call with me if you like. Jump into my DMs, and we're going to have a chat there as well. And all of the information, all of the ins and outs, and some more beautiful testimonials and feedback from clients who have journeyed through this program before are all there for you to have a good old nosy at and have a read. So thank you for being here, my loves. I hope you've loved this so much as I have. And I can't wait to be back with you really soon and for another beautiful podcast episode together. All right, my loves, enjoy. I'll talk to you soon.